Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Monday Night Raw results and Superstar spoilers. This week I do have birthdays. Bret Hart turned another year older. He was born in 1957. He was born on July the 2nd. Also, Scotty 2 Hottie Boy was born on July the 2nd. Well, happy birthday goes to Barry Windham. He was born on the 4th of July. So was Vladimir Kozlov. Well, Barry's birthday was, he was born in 1960. This video here is Scott Hall's new release DVD and Blu-ray set. Link to some highlights of it. And it's called Living on a Razor's Edge. Scheduled to be released now being Tuesday on July the 5th. For those interested, WWE has a special sneak peek of the documentary portion of the DVD set. And that's the link for it, so you can watch it. It's also on the WWE Network. And here is the official description and content listing for the new Scott Hall DVD. Say hello to the bad guy. For the first time ever, WWE Home Video sits down with Scott Hall and he takes the WWE Universe on a very personal journey through his entire sports entertainment career. From his meteoric rise in WWE as Razor Ramon to being one of the founding members of the notorious group known as the NWO, to overcoming personal demons and to become the man he is today. The story of redemption shows that it ain't how many times you go down, it's how many times you get back up. Documentary is a life-changing event. Back in Orlando, a storybook life, moving to Florida, second degree getting his start, AWA experience, it ain't New York City. Razor is born, another level, humble superstar, a new situation, making things bigger, falling apart, a dark place, fighting on a daily basis. Just what I needed. One piece to go. Bad times don't last. Back in the family. Debut vignettes from the gutter. El Jefe. Chicas are for fun. Taking what you want. Cleaning the table. Beach bully. Making a wish. Forget the past. Razor Ramon outtakes. Probably the toothpick will have you. Razor Ramon. And stories as big as wrestlers, the Oz Mask, Scott Ramon, Let Them Be Kids, Don't Ever Leapfrog Again, Weekend in ECW, Wake Up Call, WrestleMania 31, and matches, American Starship versus Inferno number 1 and Inferno number 2. That's from Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, December 25th, 1984. Scott Hall versus Michael P.S. Hayes. AWA Championship Wrestling from November 19th, 1985. $100,000 Battle Royal. AWA Championship Wrestling from November 28th, 1985. In this corner with Scott Hall. AWA Championship Wrestling from December 20th, 1985. AWA Tag Team Championship match itself. Scott Hall and Kurt Hennig versus the Long Riders. AWA Wrestle Rock from April 20th, 1986. The Diamond Stud versus Tommy Rich from WCW Clash of the Champions. 15 from June 14th, 1991. The Diamond Exchange versus Brian Lee and Chris Sullivan from WCW. December 7th, 1991. Razor Ramon versus Paul Van Dale from Superstars from WWE. Or WWF back then, August 8, 1992. WWE Championship match, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Razor Ramon from Royal Rumble, January 24th, 1993. Razor Ramon versus The Kid from Raw, May 17th, 1993. Intercontinental Championship match, Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon from Saginaw, Michigan, September 1st, 1993. Intercontinental Championship match, Razor Ramon versus Rick the Model Martel from Raw, October 11th, 1993. Ladder match versus ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels. From WrestleMania 10, March 20th, 1994, Intercontinental Championship match, Razor Ramon with Walter Payton, Sweetness versus Diesel with Shawn Michaels. From SummerSlam, August 29th, 1994, Intercontinental Championship match, Razor Ramon versus Jeff Jarrett from Royal Rumble. January 22nd, 1995, Intercontinental Championship match, Razor Ramon versus Goldust from Royal Rumble. January 21st, 1996, Outsiders versus Sting and Luger from WCW Hog Wild. August 10th, 1996, WCW World Tag Team Championship match, Outsiders versus Harlem Heat. From Halloween Havoc, October 27th, 1996, Scott Hall versus Scott Steiner. From WCW Nitro, October 20th, 1997, Scott Hall versus Chris Jericho from WCW Nitro. November 3rd, 1997, WCW World Heavyweight Championship match, Scott Hall versus Sting, WCW Uncensored. March 15th, 1998, Outsiders versus Goldberg and Sid Vicious. From Nitro on November 22nd, 1999, Scott Hall versus The Rock. From SmackDown, March 7th, 2002, Scott Hall versus Stone Cold. From WrestleMania 18, from March 17th, 2002, Blu-ray exclusives, Diamond Stud and Oz, Kevin Nash, versus Z-Man and Big Josh. From WCW Power, September 28th, 1991, Razor Ramon versus Jim Powers from Cincinnati, Ohio, May 18th, 1992. Razor Ramon versus Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase. SummerSlam, August 30th, 1993. 2-on-1 handicap match, Razor Ramon versus Jeff Jarrett and the Roadie. From In Your House, May 14th, 1995. Ladder match, Scott Hall versus Bam Bam Bigelow. From Nitro, January 25th, 1999. Razor Ramon Hall of Fame induction. From the Hall of Fame, April 5th, 2014. Well, it sounds like WWE tried something new over the weekend with Sheamus. Sheamus reportedly worked as a babyface at Sunday night's live event from Huntington, West Virginia, where he lost in a U.S. title match against Rusev. Sheamus has been working as a heel on WWE TV since early 2015. Stevie Richards of ECW fame will be working as a guest trainer at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando this month. As previously reported, Richards is in the running to be full-time coach for WWE. Noelle Foley recently appeared on the Sam Roberts Wrestling Podcast to promote her new WWE Network show with her father, Hall of Famer Mick Foley. She revealed that despite her father wishing she wasn't interested in men, she did have a crush on former WWE champion Randy Orton, and says Orton smells fruity. We were backstage probably 5 years ago and Randy Orton drops his shirt. She recalled, I'm like, Dad, Randy has just dropped his shirt. And he calls back. He's like, Randy, you dropped your shirt. And Randy's like, oh, you can have it. Like, pointing to me. First thing I do is smell the shirt because that's me. And it was fruity. Randy Orton smells fruity. Must have been his cologne or whatever. Somebody sprayed on his shirt. And you can listen at the podcast at this link for you. Former WWE superstar Kurt Angle recently spoke with a News Democrat. Here are some of the highlights from the interview at this link as well. On what he considers to be the biggest accomplishment of his career, I get that question asked quite often. What was the single greatest achievement of my career? Was it winning the WWE title? Was it winning the TNA heavyweight title? No, it was winning the Olympic gold medal. It defined my career. It defined my life. As Angle said, aside from being a dad 4 times, with a 5th one on the way, it's the highlight. On why he is taking time off from wrestling this year? Wrestling professionally is a great life, but it's also a very grueling and demanding lifestyle we as wrestlers go through. I mean, we're on the road constantly doing 250 to 300 shows each year, hitting the mat as much as we do. It takes a toll on us physically. That's why I said I'm taking this year off to let my body rest and heal. But he's not taking a full, complete year off because he's got some matches scheduled even with Cody Rhodes this year. Former WWE superstar Jimmy Wang Yang was backstage at Raw. I'll show you a picture right there for you. He was hanging around with Natalia in Columbus, Ohio. According to Yang himself, he also posted it on Facebook and Twitter. He was at the show to have a meeting of some sort with WWE, so possibly added to the cruiserweight show brand. He posted himself in Vince McMahon's office, which you can check by visiting his official Facebook page. Additionally, he posted another photo of himself with Natalia backstage on the show. As I show you a picture. Spoilers for Superstars. The Shining Stars defeated Tyler Breeze and Fandango. The Stars won with what looked like a version of the Fall of Man. The Usos have defeated the Ascension. A look back at a good back and forth match, which the Usos won with a frog splash. 4th of July edition of Raw from the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Members of the WWE roster are in the back having a 4th of July celebration party where The Miz and Maurice all of a sudden take over. Eventually someone throws some food at them, and then an all-out food fight breaks out. And that's what they were coming on the show for. It's like he was filming a scene for some type of Miz TV or whatever. Well, Big Show hits Kane with a chicken wing, and when gets them at each other's throats. But then instead turning their attention to Heath Slater and give him a double choke slam through a table. Kevin Owens ducks out of the way, sneaks under a table. He was hiding under the table at the end and said, "This would never happen on Canada Day." And you can see the footage of that at the link for that. Rusev defeated Titus O'Neil in the first match for Raw. U.S. title was on the line in this match. Rusev dominated the opening moments, both inside the ring and at ringside. Titus mounted a comeback and started trading right hands with Rusev, and Titus got the upper hand with a series of shoulder blocks. Titus hits a splash in the corner with a spinning power slam, then follows up with a Clash of Titans for a 2 count. Rusev came back with a couple of kicks to the head, then locked him in the accolade for the win. Rusev grabbed a mic after the match, cuts an anti-USA promo outside the ring, comes back inside the ring and puts Titus in the accolade again. Would not break the hold. Social outcasts come out dressed as American settlers. And the announcers were saying, "The British are coming, the British are coming." Which brings out Enzo and Cass, who cut a promo on them, and we have a match. Enzo and Cass defeated Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. As Enzo started things off, as the Outcast members use frequent tags to get the upper hand, as they do their usual stitch. Big Cass got the hot tag, and he laid out Bo Dallas with a big boot. Cass slapped Enzo, and then they hit the rocket launcher for the win. Charlotte came out with Dana Brooke to cut a promo about another woman being jealous of her. She started talking about how Sasha Banks brings out the boss. Which brings out the boss. Sasha comes out to the ring and calls Charlotte a knockoff of her dad. Sasha lays them both down, but Charlotte comes back with a boot to the face. Sasha got back up and hits the backstabber and the bank statement until Dana broke that up. Nothing more than that. Next up, we got Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. Non-title match, of course. After some back and forth action in the opening minutes, Ambrose throws Miz to the outside and follows up with a suicide plunge. Back inside the ring, Miz got the upper hand and worked on Ambrose's knee, which he sells it throughout the match momentarily. Miz goes for a neck breaker, but Ambrose gets out, hits a series of clotheslines. Ambrose sends Miz to the outside. Again, it hits a suicide dive before taking things back inside the ring. Miz comes back with a big boot, but Ambrose is able to hit Dirty D shortly after for the win. And you can go to this link for some footage of that as well. Ambrose is walking to the back. He gets confronted by Seth Rollins. They end up walking past each other as Rollins makes his way to the ring for his next match. Ambrose eventually changes his mind, heads back to ringside to join the commentary team. Seth Rollins defeated Dolph Ziggler. Pretty darn good match. Rollins took control of the match early on, tried to keep Ziggler grounded, although he kept getting distracted by Ambrose at ringside. Ziggler hit a big drop kick, misses a follow-up super kick as Rollins falls outside to recover. Back in the ring, Ziggler hits a bulldog off the top rope for a 2 count. Rollins attempts a powerbomb to get out and hits a series of clotheslines. Ziggler hits a neck breaker and an elbow drop for a 2 count. Rollins hits a super kick for a 2 of his own. Ziggler reverses the pedigree into a fireman's carry and follows up with another super kick for a near fall. Ziggler nails a tornado DDT but misses a zigzag attempt, and Rollins comes back with a pedigree for the win. After the match, Rollins stands on the commentary table and says Roman Reigns should be taken out of the match in Battleground because of a drug suspension. Rollins says the fans are just like Reigns. Ambrose sneaks up behind Rollins on the Spanish announce table, then plants him on the Spanish announce table and nails him with the dirty deeds. And you can see what happened with that at that slate. We see a footage of Bray Wyatt asking viewers to join him in the Wyatt family. And they leave behind the power of positivity. Vicky Guerrero surprises us all. Excuse me! As being the 4th of July, I went to the fireworks show at Shreveport, so I watched the whole entire show on DVR, and I still fell asleep during the last hour because it was predictable and boring. Well, security guards escorted her out as she was screaming about voting for her to be the COO. Didn't know there was a voting on it. Big Show gives a pep talk to other members backstage of Team USA in the back for their upcoming 16-man tag elimination match. Then we see Vicky being hauled off by security in the back when they run into Dolph Ziggler, who says she's never seen her in his entire life. Goldust and R-Truth defeated the Evolved Villains. Tyler Breeze and Fandango are at ringside for this one. Lots of tags in the opening moments. Goldust and R-Truth hit the solid gold for the win in a very short match. And during her segment, in the commercial break, that's whenever I fell asleep. Ladies and the Make Darren Young Great Again segment. Backlund says he needs to make his problems submit to his will. Backlund tells Young he needs a submission hold, and Young says he doesn't have one. Backlund tells Young he needs to be a master of the crossface chicken wing, and tells him he's giving him the move to use. John Cena hits the ring to address AJ Styles and the club. Cena tells the club, "You want some? Come get some." They come out, and AJ talks about how fans relate more to them than Cena. The club says they're going to keep beating up Cena whenever they want, including today on America's birthday. And with that, they hit the ring. They all jump Cena 3-on-1 until Enzo and Cass come out for the save. And they even, on their way to the ring, they even put up a hashtag, "Beat up Cena." Beat up John Cena. Beat up John Cena. Well, next up we got Becky Lynch defeated Summer Rae. Natalia's in the back watching on a monitor. Summer Rae gets in some offense in the opening moments, including a spinning heel kick for a 2 count. They botch a vertical suplex when Becky appears to jump too soon and Summer goes with it. Becky comes back with a flying forearm in the corner and a T-bone suplex for a near fall. Becky locks Summer into disarmor for the win. Jericho is giving a pep talk to his team of international wrestlers in the back, who he will be facing Team USA later. Jericho wishes them a late Happy Canada Day, then starts bickering with Del Rio in Spanish. Owen stands up and says he's ready to beat the hell out of some stupid idiot Americans, which Jericho points out his line. Enzo and Cass cut a promo about Sonic fast food in the back. New Day came out to the ring to address their feud with the Wyatt family. They get interrupted by the members of the Wyatt family on the big screen, cutting a promo on them. Bray invites them to his compound and asks if they are men or cowards. And yeah, the picture they were showing, they were actually inside of some type of thing, very similar to what they were showing a couple of weeks ago when he was teasing whatever. Well, like I said, they were asking him if they were men or cowards. Kofi and Big E accept the invite and continue trash talking the Wyatt family while Xavier still looks disturbed, like he's in a trance. Xavier then tells his teammates the Wyatt family is dangerous and thinks they shouldn't go to the Wyatt's compound. Xavier leaves the ring by himself and walks up the ramp with Big E and Kofi looking on. Team USA defeated Team International in a 16-man elimination tag match. Owens and Ryder started off, but Devon and Sin Cara quickly get the tags. Sin Cara hits a series of high-flying offensive moves on Devon, but Bubba tags himself in. They hit the 3D on Sin Cara for the elimination. Sheamus eliminates Bubba with a bro kick, and we got a commercial. Cesaro swings Devon, then submits him with a sharpshooter for his elimination. Jericho tags himself in, which prompts a stupid idiot's chant from the crowd. Then hits the codebreaker on Swagger for his elimination. Mark Henry eliminates Kalisto with a World's Strongest Slam. Then Owens eliminates Henry with a pop-up powerbomb. Owens starts fighting with his teammate Sami Zayn, which leads to Owens hitting Zayn with a chair and getting himself eliminated by disqualification. Owens lays out Kane with a chair for good measure. Then Kane hits him back with a chair and also eliminated by disqualification for hitting the already eliminated Owens. Apollo Crews hits a standing moonsault on Sammy for the elimination. Sheamus eliminates Crews with a bro kick. Remaining members of Team International start fighting each other. Cesaro clears the ring, but then gets rolled up by Ryder for the elimination. Big Show punches Jericho for the elimination, then chokeslams Del Rio to eliminate him. Big Show chops Sheamus in the chest a few times, then tags in Ryder. Ryder hits the Rough Rider to eliminate Sheamus and secures Team USA win. And let's see it with this link. After the match, Show and Ryder celebrate as the music hits. A large American flag drops down over the ring and they continue to celebrate. A bunch of pyro goes off on the stage as Raw goes off the air. What happened after Raw went off the air with the TV tapings can be found in this link video. Following the televised conclusion of Monday Night Raw special edition of the 4th, action continued out inside the arena in Columbus, Ohio. Post-show dark match, John Cena teamed up with Enzo Amore and Big Cass to take on the trio of AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows in 6-man tag team action. In the end, Cena picked up the win for his team by pinning Anderson after hitting him with an attitude adjustment. Second report showed that Cena stuck around to honor a special fan in the audience as he brought cancer survivor Isaac into the ring and announced that he was an honorary WWE superstar. And the link from that link is The also should be show what was seen in the ring with the kid. And that concludes my Monday Night Raw results and Superstar spoiler for this week. See what I'm going to be in. By the way, if you don't know, just call me brothers and sisters.